Today we're going to talk about 3 very often overlooked muscle groups. Let's just save you time. Here it is. Ready? Forearms, abs, and calves. Let's get into this. This is important. Let's start with the abs. It should be the bread and butter of everyone's workout program. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your age is. If you didn't know this already, I hope that this is the #1 thing that you take from the entire channel. Listen, everything comes from the center. Everything. Whatever exercise that you're doing, it involves core strength. There is no exercise that we perform that doesn't involve the core strength. It might be 0.01%. Trust me, it involves your core. Doing grips, it involves your core. Calf raises, man, no, it doesn't. It involves your core. Everything involves your core. If you have a weak core, so we're only going to be working at a fraction of our true potential. And there are plenty of dynamic exercises out there on the web for you to follow. There are 2 ab exercises that we've come up with on the channel. And they are the leg lift, utilizing the hook. There's a link in the description if you don't know where to get them, that you can strap onto your ankles and you can perform the leg lift. Or if you've ever done the static 6-inch hold, is similar to that, only utilizing the overcoming isometric style of training. We can perform both the leg lift and we can perform the abdominal crunch. If you're new to the channel, you probably have just recently seen that video, but they are both in my how-to section. You can perform those overcoming style strength for 6 seconds. You can go for the hypertrophy. You can go for the endurance. My recommendation, if your abs are not at a place where you want them to be and you want to work them statically, I would personally recommend doing a mix of strength and endurance. Why not hypertrophy? Because honestly, at this point, unless your body fat is really low, it doesn't matter. You want to make sure that your abdominal strength is strong, that you can produce a lot of power with your abs, because powerful abs are going to pretty much link to powerful movements, powerful shoulder presses, powerful bench press, powerful deadlifts, powerful squats. You can't be powerful at all if you don't have a powerful core. How many times did I say that word? You also want to focus on endurance. How long can your core muscles last? Because you might need them to last performing a traditional set rep scheme of, like, say 3 sets of 10. Maybe you're a hybrid lifter and you need them to last long. Maybe you're doing some calisthenics. Maybe you're doing something out in the field and you're not working on isometrics, but that aspect of training is going to help you. I would recommend doing a 3 sets of 1 to 2 minute holds. And remember, it's 20 to 30% your 1 rep max for whatever exercise that you're doing. Switching gears from abdominals, let's talk about calves. Now, I know that you guys have probably just seen the video on me chasing the golden ratio, so you know, at this point, my calves are not that great yet. Why are calves important? We want to talk about aesthetics first. If we want to talk about that first, symmetrical and well-developed thighs important. If we're just talking about aesthetics, yes. But if we throw in a pair of shorts, what's the first thing that people are going to see? If you're thinking about what people are going to see, what is the first thing they're going to see? They're not going to see your quads. They're not going to see your hands. They're going to see your calves. So if that's the first thing they're going to see, then we want to make sure that they're pretty well developed. This specific case, I would work on strength. I'm going to recommend, by the way, it's strength for the last exercise too, which is grip. I'm going to cover that. I'm going to recommend strength for all of them because we can always benefit from powerful calves. But hypertrophy, you probably saw this coming. Hypertrophy is the other modality that I would recommend working on. It's a forgotten muscle group. How many people do you see at the gym or just on the internet? And I know you could throw me in there too. I'll take the heat. I'll take the fire. Don't work their calves enough or don't work them at all, right? And they just work on the other muscle groups. And this is just my opinion. There might be a lot of people that be like, whoa, what are you talking about? If we're talking about a complete aesthetic in the lower body, I would say that they're just a bit more important than the thigh. And the only reason I'm saying that is because, one, they're very often undeveloped. So when you see a pair of really muscular and well-developed thighs, it sticks out because nobody has that, or very, very rarely do people have that. I also want to say, from the strength end, if you don't really care about it and you're on here for function, if shit hits the fan, is my body functioning or is it just looking good as I get totally demolished, all right, and whatever unfortunate scenario that would be? And the answer is you need that strength too. So the strength is going to allow you to quickly produce force. A lot of the calf's function is related to explosiveness, our body's ability to move out of the way. Is that also the thighs job, the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glute? Yeah, but a lot of that explosiveness is coming, believe it or not, is from the calf. On to the last, which is grip. Core is everything, right? Grip is everything. If you are struggling with your deadlift, if your grip increase, your deadlift's gonna go up. Struggling with your rows, increase your grip, your row's gonna go up. Struggling with lat pull downs, increase your grip, your lat pull down's gonna be better. Pull-up's gonna be better, bicep curl's gonna be better. Anything that involves holding or pulling something. Believe it or not, even some push increase with strong grip. There was a reason why Bruce Lee was so freaking adamant on training his grip. That wasn't just a fluke. It just wasn't an extra little thing that was just like, oh, that's just that thing that Bruce Lee did. That's not true. And why do I bring all this up? Because if we focus on stereotypical muscle groups, this is both anterior and posterior chain, the chest, the shoulders, the back, the quads, the hams, for the ladies, the glutes, not so much the men, but that's a mistake too, guys. All the showy muscles, the bis and tris, if we focus on that and we neglect these three muscle groups, we're never going to hit the upper echelon, the limit of what we can produce force-wise or size-wise if we skip these three muscle groups: the abs, the calves, and the forearm. If you took the same effort right now and you added those three muscle groups in and you train them as hard as you do the other one, by adding those alone, you will notice an uptick. Now I want to cover the exercises for the calf and the forearms. Really simple. Ready? For the calf, it's the seated calf raise and the standing calf raise. Standing hits your gastroc more, minor emphasis on the soleus, and the seated hits your soleus more, a little bit emphasis on the gastroc. Forearms, you want to hit the reverse curl. Honestly, like you see Bruce Lee was doing the reverse curl on the OG Isochain. That's about all we need to know right there. And also the wrist curl, the seated wrist curl, where our arms are locked in place on top of our thigh and we're trying to rotate our wrist up. Adding those exercises in to your program are definitely going to create some changes. Little extra tip for the wrist curl, you can actually go supinated and pronated. So you can go ahead and bring it down like this and work your wrist extensors. You want to feel a burn? Go ahead and do it this way. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to make everybody better. Wherever place that we're coming from, coming onto this channel, work on those three forgotten muscle groups statically, dynamically. I gave us some exercises statically to do on it with the chain, but there are plenty of dynamic ones that we could do too if that's what you're into. All right, guys, hopefully this was of value to you. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. It triggers the algorithm so more people can find this channel and really understand and learn about the Isochain. If you're not yet part of NoLimitSquad, hit that subscribe button. Come join the squad with us. We also have a Patreon now. If you want to support your boy, you can do that for as little as $1 a month. We really appreciate it. See you next video. Peace.